Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we're going to do a pre-live stream for the Jay Pestrichelli interview that we have coming up tomorrow. Yes, he's returning to the channel tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. and we're going to have him on the podcast right after. So let's go into the questions we have compiled so far. I want to spend a big part of the discussion talking about return of capital. Want to give him the chance to clear up any misconceptions that there might be. So we could spend up to 20 minutes talking about return of capital, but we've got quite a bit of questions and commentary compiled in the Discord over here. So let me go there now. Um, so we have a subthread in the Discord called Questions for Jay of YieldMax. We've got a lot of commentary ever since I let everybody know that he's going to be coming back on. So starting out over here, down from the picture of the vet over here, let's see. Oh, the comparisons of YMAG and FEPI has been a hot topic. We've got as the fund matures and gets bigger, we'll see the dividends of YMAX approach the total of all individual single stock funds. I'm not sure about that, but that's one opinion. Right now, the YMAX payout gets diluted by new buyers coming in between the time the single stock declares their dividends and the time the fund of funds declares theirs. So we'll mention that to him also. I try to take the questions that have been submitted in advance, and I'm sure there will be plenty of others that are submitted during the live show. Of course, that always happens, and we'll ask those as well. This person says, shouldn't it be the opposite? I get what you're saying. Isn't it the more people that buy the fund, the less dividend everyone gets? Yeah, I'm not sure about that. It does dilute when more people buy in, but what I see happening while new people do come in, and the percentage of new shares is declining as the fund grows. So the first month, there was a larger percentage of new buyers than this past month. If this keeps happening, there will be less and less dilution over time. Eventually, it could become a negligible. And then let's see here. Zendaria says, since 100% of the portfolio is being written options upon, shouldn't the future distributions be proportional to the number of shares the fund will have? Yeah, these are, interesting opinions for sure. Only the first distribution could be diluted. So we'll talk about distribution dilution with him for sure. If the new assets under management enters before the ex-dividend date, right? Or am I missing something? YMAX and YMAG are different. They don't write options. They simply own shares of all the single stock YieldMax ETFs. They just collect the distributions from them and then redistribute them to the shareholders of YMAX and YMAG. They do rebalance each month so that they own approximately equal weighting of each fund. So the fund's income is pretty much set when the X date of the single stock ETF is declared. I suppose there could be some minor effects of the capital gains and losses due to the rebalancing each month. So that sets the income available for the fund to distribute. Then a week or so later, they distribute that income out to the YMAX and YMAG shareholders. If new buyers come in, they get a share of income, even though they didn't own it during the period the income was earned. Okay, let's see what else we got over here. What is it about YMAX you like? It's only on its 18th day, of trading. Do you like it because it's sort of like an ETF of all the covered calls? I think that is the appeal for sure. YMAX is diversified, weighted equally, give a pretty nice return each month. That's debatable for sure. The NAV so far has been stable in the $20 range. I agree, it's been more stable. So far, the dividends has been going up each month, and the NAV hasn't dropped today. Today was a down day. Something about the curves. Okay, let's see. So since I did announce, let's see here. Oh, other discords. Yeah, we've all been kicked out of a certain one, including me finally. I don't even know what I did. But anyway, we still have that banned thread for sure. Oh, well, welcome, Andre. Return of capital. Oh yeah, absolutely. Always live. Always live. It's pointless to well, you know how I feel. It's pointless to at least for the algorithm, at least for my algorithm, like rehearsing and editing, doing all of that. It doesn't really make a difference. Greetings. Ah, there you are. Okay, so we're going to touch on a wide range of topics for sure. Let's go up again. Let's go up to where I actually announced Let's see here. Okay, May 23rd, I announced he's coming back on the 28th. First question we got is what's a J? Maybe I can ask that as a joke. Wouldn't mind seeing a little less yield on his funds and more growth. That is a common theme. But again, I know what he'll say. He'll say they call themselves YieldMax for a reason. Then just buy YMax. The whole point of YieldMax is max distributions. Buy YMax or Curve if more growth is your goal. The majority aren't invested in YieldMax for growth. Jay has been very clear. I agree. I agree with Joanna. He has always said that in the interviews. Let's see. He said, I had over 1 million tied up in YieldMax funds, quickly changed direction when I saw how things were going, especially Tesla. Yeah, I agree. I don't want return of capital. I don't want return of capital. I want return on capital. Yeah, I would agree with you. It doesn't make sense to put money in, get paid a dividend, never have the stock recover from the payment, then pay taxes on the dividend. Well, there's supposed to be some tax benefit to that. We can have him clear all of that up as well. It's going backwards now. Coney has been great, and I still hold and drip that. But if you were to just sell options yourself on Coinbase, you would make a killing without the management fee. I agree, Nomad. I'd like to have you on sometime, on a voice chat or something, because now you're back active in the Discord again. We should definitely discuss that on the voice chat. If you live in a state without income tax, you would not be getting taxed on your dividend. But if you are in California, New York, you have to pay income tax off your dividend payment. Yeah, interesting. Based on the state income tax, right? We don't have that in Florida, luckily. Okay, let's see what else we got here. No other comments. So that's going to be a general outline of the discussion, how the discussion's going to go. Those are going to be the general topics. Return of capital, of course, possible distribution dilution. And then I guess we'll go ahead and bring up again about lowering the yield to preserve NAV. But then again, you're getting that with YMAX and YMAG. So I'll ask him point blank too. I'll say, what do you say to people that like FEPI better than YMAG? I'll ask that. He wants all questions, no matter how tough they are. And then this last commenter says, I've been rolling the dividends from Ulti to Microsoft. It's a small position, so not too worried. That's a good idea. You can wheel the dividends into actual growth stocks. And Jay has said that too, 50% if you want to do that. He hinted, that, he gave us an idea that 50% back into the underlying, or excuse me, 50% in the underlying and 50% back into the dividend yield fund. It's not a bad idea. But anyway, so the rest of the questions we're going to take live. Um, we've got a pretty good amount of questions in the chat in the Discord now, but we're going to take the rest of them live. Let's see. Ask when ticker JPS. Hey, we like funny questions, but that's a good one. New investor says the total return is more with these high yield dividend funds over time as opposed to the underlying. You're also short-sighted. Uh, so not so new investor as what I'm going to start calling you, I think. Let me read this again. The total return is more with these high yield dividend funds over time as opposed to the underlying. I disagree. I disagree. Compare any of them to the underlying. I'm not trying to, you know, um, be negative, not trying to like rain on the parade, so to speak, but just look at any of the underlyings. Um, and I would just have to disagree. Um, but we can ask that. I mean, that's all readily available information, of course, but let's see, funded FEPI, and I will get a cool 800 a month. Look at you just rolling in the money. Did you pare down your Tesla position? Or are you still like breaking even or what? Bought 10 shares of Nvidia. Man, I wish I bought when it was like 40 a share. Don't we all? I'm finally in as well. I actually bought 10 shares myself. I finally just bit the bullet and said, you know what? I've been talking about being in forever. Now it's time to do it. So I'm in just in time for the split. I want to get a share of Chipotle too. You have to go long term, not 2-year window. Yeah, but how long term? I mean, none of these funds have been around long term, but I I would have to disagree. I mean, name one dividend fund that outperforms its underlying. If you find that, show it to me. I'll cover it, but I haven't found any so far. Oh, it's okay. Chuck is here now. Perfect. All right, so we're all okay now. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much going to be the general overview of the discussion. We're going to get a lot more questions live, of course, and we'll go off of that. Nope, we'll not touch Tesla. We'll start loading up on NVIDIA when it splits. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see. The last split in 2021, I mean, we see how well it's done from there. I think it's 3 or 4x since then, so we'll definitely have to keep an eye on it for sure. Anyway, all right, you all. I'm gonna try hard to get back to a more aggressive video schedule again. I know I've kind of been slacking this month, but hopefully Jay coming on will be our catalyst to move the channel forward. So thank you all for tuning into this one. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm looking forward to a really good, really solid discussion with Jay tomorrow. That's what I'm trying to do. I've got 10 shares so far. But anyway, okay, you all. Like, comment, and subscribe, and join Discord. And we will see you all tomorrow. Let's see. You might have to ask this tomorrow. Important question to ask: when is XRP ETF? Yeah, we'll see. Put it in Discord. All right, you all. Take care. Good night. Bye.